I know things get hard for you sometimes. When I'm on the road and you're home alone, I wish I could make the stars align and bring you back to me, back to me, and bring you back to me, back to me, back to me, back to me. I wish I could bring you back, back to me, bring you back to me.
All right, I had to make sure every page was connected before I started fully jumping right on here. But I'm gonna come right in so I can make sure that we are properly in the game. Y'all can properly see me and we can get the show started as quick as possible. Not for too long. I don't want to hold y'all waiting for too long. Okay, let's go ahead and stop the music right there. Let me make sure you can hear me. Let me check my mic. Make sure my level is on point. Make sure that pop filter is a little bit closer to me. Okay, so how you doing, y'all? This is J Damage. I mean, you probably, if you are watching this, you probably already friends with me on Facebook. You probably already seen me on YouTube, probably for doing other things. But today I wanted to show y'all on Adobe Illustrator 3 different logo types. So right before we get started, let me make sure I'm functioning on every website. We can go ahead and get the show rolling. So hold on, let me check. So Behance, we are rolling. YouTube, we in the game. Twitch, we in the game. Trovo, we are locked in. Facebook, I see you. And YouTube. I don't know, I said YouTube again, but yeah, YouTube, we in the game. So basically, look, this is what I wanted to show people. So I've had this question happen to me quite a few times. So a lot of times when a person comes to me and they want to purchase a logo design, I always kind of go through the same kind of motions when I come to, speaking to them about the type of logo they want. So let's say you are just some local person who's trying to get a business started. Let's say you want to start, some sort of business. You're trying to start some sort of entrepreneurship. A lot of times once you start that, you get into the mind frame of getting a logo design done for your business or whatever whatever venture you have going on. And a lot of times when people want to get logos done, they don't necessarily have a direction of where they want to go or what they want to do. So I always ask these 3 things when a person is asking about a logo. I always say to them, is this a title logo, which is just a word? Is this a symbol logo, which is just a symbol, possibly with a title with it, but most of the time just a symbol? Or is this a character logo? These are 3 key things when it comes down to working a business or anything of that nature. You want to make sure you identify those 3 things. If anything, I would recommend you paying for all 3. But for your main logo, I want you to always be in the mind frame of, do I want a symbol logo, a title logo, which is just the word, or a character logo? And I want to show y'all how these 3 things are built. So I've never seen anybody do this on camera per se. even all of my years of being a designer, and I already know, I've seen almost every tutorial on YouTube. Like, and if you notice, I don't really follow everybody's tutorials. It's only because like some tutorials are just uncomfortable and they just don't work for me, and some tutorials do. So first thing I want to do is I want to show you a title logo. So like, let's look at this hypothetically. Like, let's say, for example, you're an individual that wants to create I'm just going to do some raw thinking here. Like, I'm not even going to go off any influences from the internet. Let's say you wanted to make a candy company, right? Let's say you wanted to make a candy company. Let's say you wanted to make a candy brand or whatever. And let's say you wanted just the title version of it. You say, you know what? I don't want my candy to be, mixed up into all that character stuff. I want to just keep a smooth corporate look. I just want a simple name of it. So like, let me think of a good name. Or I'll just use my name. Let's just say it's called Jay's Candy. So I'll show y'all. I want to show y'all what it looks like once you get to the point of actually putting together a brand for a customer. And I'm going to show you these 3 logo types. So the first one we're going to go with is just a title. So like, let's say it's called Jay's Candy. So one of the first things when it comes down to putting together a title design is I want you to look at it like this. It's either 2 things you're going to have to do. You're going to have to custom draw something out, or you're going to have to go online and get to font searching. To the people who don't know what a font is a type of letter. It's a letter type. You want to go online and start finding different fonts and see whatever font works with you. If anything, if this is for a brand that that person plans on taking serious, I would recommend that you buy a font that you want to use for your company. But I'll just show you guys how that's built just for an example. So I'll show you an example. So like, let's say it's called Jay's Candy. So I'm just trying to think of something like, let me go through some fonts right quick. I don't know if y'all can see that. No, actually y'all can't see that. Once I open up my menu, yeah, y'all can't see that. Wow. Okay, so I'll just cycle through some fonts. So let's put Jay's. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Click on character. Let's make the points a little bit higher so we can kind of do that. So Jay's, let's click off that. Click on the title. Click on what you want to do whenever you want to make words into Adobe Illustrator. Click right where you see the T right here. It's called Type Tool. Click on that. And then all you have to do is click on the screen, and that's how you can start writing out your words. So let's put candy, Candy. Jay's Candy. So, okay, now let's say, for example, you're making a brand for somebody, and let's say it is a brand about candy. Remember, everything is all within themes. So when you're thinking of putting together a brand for a customer, or not even a customer, even for yourself, you always want to just think to yourself, how can I create this design and make it stick out? What does my brand represent? If I am selling candy, what kind of candy am I selling? You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that kind of comes into accord once you get to the point of actually building a brand. So what you want to do is explore fonts. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. Explore some different fonts. And I have literally thousands of fonts, so it would take all day. But I'm going to just try to find something that's close in mind. Let's see. I like this. This looks like candy to me. This one, A-N-G. Boom. That right there. Let's use that. Let's also use that on the bottom. What was that damn font? Oh yeah, the A-N-J-A. Okay, cool. So what you want to do is basically you could just leave your font like that. And then like you could, kind of make a decision on how you want to structure this. That's another thing to think about. How do you want this structured? Do you just want the title to just look like this? Do you want your title to just be just one square like this, one rectangle per se? Let's say you may want it to be horizontal. Let's say you may want it to be in a circle. Make sure before you even get to the point of even contacting a graphic designer, make sure that you already kind of have a lot of these things in mind. But I'm just showing y'all examples just in case if you ever get to this point of what I'm talking about, you can know how to build your brand. So right now, as you can see, I just put Jay's Candy. And I just want to just put something together. Like, let's say this is called Jay's Candy, and they just wanted a title version. But then again, they want it to be colorful. So let's say this. What I can do is select this entire thing, go to the top of your screen, hit group, then hit expand. Once you hit expand, you are now turning your words into a shape. You see how that's a shape now? Now what I can do is I can hit A and get my white selection tool, and then I can click on each one and change it into different colors. So I don't know why, but I'm thinking of like candy cane. You know, when I see something like this, there's just ideas coming to my mind. So like, let's say I'll click on the J, I may grab that knife tool and just make some lines through it like that. Let's make some lines through it like that. And then let's click on each of the lines. Let me click off that. Click on each one of the lines, and we could just make that into like a little candy cane. Let's make these lines a little bit off-white to where it looks gray. Let's click on these other lines and make that red. And let's say you wanted to do that for the entire thing. Let's say this was like a candy store or whatever, and you wanted all of your words to be like different colors. You could just use the white selection tool and just choose different colors, like for you know, each of the words. It's really all a preference thing, and the way that you want to structure your design or whatnot. Let me just choose some random colors. Let's see, let's get a light green in there, since I never use light green. Let's put, what about a purple? Let's do that. I'm just showing y'all the example of a title design real quick. Hold on. Let's get yellow. What colors am I missing? I know there's a lot of colors I'm missing. I'm just absent-minded right now. Red, green, blue, purple. What is that? We haven't used what, pink yet? Let's put some pink in there. We didn't really utilize that orange. We could put some more orange in there. But we just use that last color. Boom. And then that last one we can make, what color should I use? We'll just put, let's just put gray, like a light gray like that. Boom. Right? So this could just be a title logo. Whenever we think about a logo that's a title, you just think of something like that. Something simple. Oh, this is a title logo, you know, something like that. Let's put some, we could put some black around it. Let's see if we put a black outer edge, how that would look. I don't really know. I don't really like that. But I just wanted to show y'all that just for an example. This, oh shit. We select that entire thing. This is a title logo, which is just the word. So we're just going to have just a word logo. It would be something like that. Let me take that. I'm not filling that outline. Let's just leave it like that. All right. Now, the second thing we want to do is a symbol design. So symbol designs, a lot of times if you Google a logo, like if you literally just go to Google and Google logo design, like you will run into what I'm talking about with these symbol designs, right? So I'm going to give y'all an example. Matter of fact, I'll show y'all what it looks like. Let me Google, let me search logo design. And it's always these same type of goddamn logos. I don't see how people are bored with these type of logos, but people just like them anyway. But I'll show y'all real quick just to show y'all an example. So these are symbol logos. Some people call them corporate logos. These are symbol logos. Can y'all see that on the screen? Let me check. Yeah, y'all should be able to see this right now. You see the way that these look? These are just symbols with titles. This is literally all it is. There's nothing special about it. It's just a symbol. Look at that. 3 squares, a square outline with the title. Company tagline goes here. If you're a designer, you could literally make 1,000,000 of these and just sell these to people online because people literally buy these like hotcakes. These are very simple to create. I personally wouldn't recommend you to get any of these, but it's really up to you. Like whatever you feel like represents your company. I'm not going to discourage you from that, but these are basically symbol designs. So we're gonna do that real quick. So like let's say this is called Jay's Candy, right? Let's think of a symbol. Let's do this raw. So if I'm just doing a candy design, I want it to be a symbol. I'm trying to think what would be a good symbol for a candy company. Okay, let's do like I'm either thinking of like a lollipop or like a fucking like just a piece of candy, like a wrapped piece of candy. Hold up, I see a notification. Give me 1 second. Let me acknowledge these people properly. Shout out to Brittany. Oh, that's Brittany Momo. Yo, shout out to Brittany Momo. I didn't realize who the hell that was. Yo, shout out to Brittany Momo. Okay, anyways, like I was saying, right now as you can see, we already have our symbol. Our title design done. Now we're gonna put together our symbol. So with our symbol, the way you build a symbol design is literally by shapes. If you look on your left side toolbar, look for the shape tool. It's right under the pen tool. You should either see a circle, square, or whatever. Right click it and choose whatever shape you want to choose. This is how designers create symbol logos. I'm going to show y'all real quick. So like, let's say I'm going to choose like the circle, like the ellipse tool. Boom, just like that. And let's say I wanted, like I said, we're going to make 3 different versions of Jay's Candy. So like, let's make a symbol version. So I'm thinking of like a little treat. So like, let's make a circle. Let me take the color out of that. Like that. Let's put some outlines on it. And we just want this to look like a piece of candy because right now we're focused on making a symbol, symbol, S-Y-M-B-O-L, a symbol logo. So let's do like that. I'm trying to think of like, because mind you, I'm going off top of the dome. I'm trying to just make what a piece of candy looks like. Now, anybody who have watched graphic designers online, you already know that a lot of times this is how designers build logos. They build them with shapes, especially when it comes down to these symbol logos, these corporate logos. This is how they build them. And we're going to build a piece of candy real quick. So let's use our pen tool. Let's make those edges. Boom. All you want to do is just use your pen tool, put together some shapes like this. Let me erase that because I want to copy and paste that. Copy, paste in front, right click, transform, reflect, vertical, drag it over like that. Boom, look at that. It's a piece of candy. I know what you're saying, man. That looks like a bunch of damn lines, but I'm going to show you. The way that you turn this into a symbol, this is how damn near everybody does this. Select this entire thing with your selection tool. Go to the top of your screen, click on Object, then click on Group. Now you've grouped it. Go to the top of your screen, click on Object, scroll down to Expand. Then just press OK. Once you expand it, you have now turned your lines into shapes. After you turn your lines into shapes, what I want you to do is go to the right side of your screen and then click on the Pathfinder tool. Boom. If you don't see the Pathfinder tool, all you have to do is go to the top of your screen where it says Window. Click on Window, scroll all the way down to the P's and look for the word Pathfinder. Click on that and you should see what I'm seeing right now. Once that button is open, what I want you to do is click on Divide. Boom. Once you click on Divide, it's going to look like nothing happened, but don't worry about it. Something did happen. Everything is now divided. All of those lines that you turned into shapes. So what you want to do is hit A, get your white selection tool, and then just start clicking and deleting all the lines you don't need. Boom, boom, boom. Sometimes you got to keep hitting delete just in case it don't go all the way. If it don't go all the way, just keep hitting delete till it's gone. I think I see something right there. Yeah, I do. I know when tripping. Okay. So we have our piece of candy. Let's make that piece of candy red. Since we, matter of fact, let me try to expand this. Let me see if I can merge it just to get those lines out the inside. Yep. All you have to do is merge that. So anytime you have like those weird lines in the inside, which I'll call holes in your coloring, all you got to do is click on your Pathfinder button and click on merge, and that will get rid of that. So once you have it like this, what I want you to do is change those colors, double click the colors, and choose whatever color you want to color it into. See, it's not coloring right, so let me undo that. Now let me try to color it, see if I get some results. Hell no. So just a way to get rid of this problem, just in case you're dealing with this, you got to go in and do a little bit of surgery. Let's get our white selection tool. Let's make sure no lines are in the inside. And then we got to manually color this just so we can make sure that everything is getting colored. I only want to color those outer edges. So let's try to color it in now and see what we get. Still not right. Okay, we got to live paint it. It's all about solving problems. Let's live paint this thing. I want to live paint it that exact same red as the original. So let's grab our, if you want to grab the colors from any old design, what you want to do is click on the eyedropper tool, click on whatever color you want to use, and then we can just paint it in just like that. And this is a simple way, just in case you run into that problem I just ran into, where you're trying to color it and it's filling in colors you don't want. All you have to do is select it, click on object, click on live paint, and then, go in and deal with it like that. So this would be our symbol. Our symbol would be the piece of candy. And then what we can do, we can grab this title right here. I can select that. And to copy it, all you have to do is hold Command C and then Command V. That's how you copy it. If you are, let me undo that or delete it right quick. Now, if you are on a Windows computer, I don't know because I haven't used Windows in damn near 10 years, but I believe you got to hit Control C and Control V. I don't know. I'm just telling y'all what I think. Whatever button, y'all should be able to figure it out if you on a Windows. All right. But I'm using a Mac, which is Command C, Command V. All right. Now, let me hit Command C, Command F. That's how you paste in front of your subject or whatever you're copying. Let's drag that down there. Let's make that a little bit smaller. Just like that. Boom. And to change that color, all you have to do is double click on your color box and choose whatever color you're going to choose. I want this color to be the exact color as the symbol. So let's go ahead and just use our eyedropper tool and just click it just like that. And that's how you get your color. Now to get those lines out right there, all you have to do, I believe if I'm not mistaken, is either merge or unite. So let's try merge first. Boom. Yeah, merge just works. Let's try unite. Let's see if that works too. Unite works too. So shit, either one. Either one. And this would be considered your symbol version of your design. This is your symbol. So this is the title. Remember, the title could always be all of this could be solid black if you want it to be. So let's turn all of this into solid black, just so we don't have to get too colorful, just in case. Okay, so you have your title version, your symbol version. Now let's go to character version. Now character version is really dependent on the type of customer you have or dependent on the type of person you are and the way you want your company to be represented. So like, let's say you had like a company and you wanted the company to be a character or whatever. I'm trying to think of what would be a good character for Candy. If I'm thinking about Candy, especially if you're building ideas for something like this, you probably want to, use something that would attract kids. Or if some advice that I've received very early on is when you're building brands, you always want to create things that that kind of like that are bright, that give like a bright look to where when a person sees it, they can it's something about bright colors that like attracts people to it. So you want to make sure everything that you create and has a bright color to it. Y'all don't have to do that, but I'm just giving you advice that I heard. But I want to create something that I feel like is bright, and when people sees it, it will attract that person. So let's create a character. I'm thinking of probably like a lollipop or something. Let's create like a lollipop character. I mind y'all, everything I'm doing right now is raw. We're not going off nobody's idea. I'm just putting something random together. So let me think. Let's do a lollipop. Let's make the lollipop head just like that. We're using our shape tool. Matter of fact, let me make these smaller so they're not in the way. Now remember, that's the title and the symbol. Right now we're working on the character. Let's move the lollipop up just like that. Now let's give him some eyes. Let's give him some eyes. We're just making literally the most random lollipop right now. And this is everything we're doing right now is literally at random, man. I do not take what I'm doing serious right now. We're just making a random lollipop. Let's give him some eyebrows. Matter of fact, let me use the rectangle tool. Let's use that curvature tool. Let's make some eyebrows out of that shape. And let's possibly make that dot a little bit bigger. We want this dude to look happy. So Command C, Command F, right click, go to transform, and then click reflect, then click OK. Then let's drag that over. Hold shift as you dragging it. Boom. Let's move his face to where it's in the middle, where it's not too raggedy looking. Let's give him a little nose. Give him a little nose like that. And then let's make him happy. Let's make a real big smile on the lollipop. Remember, anytime you want to make a half circle like this, you make a triangle, click on your curvature tool, make a dot right next to the dot, to the anchor point, then delete the anchor point of the triangle. Boom, you have a half circle. That simple. Okay, let's give him a real big smile. Let's put a line through there. You want him to look like he's happy as hell. Let's put in 3 lines. In fact, I'm gonna add 2 more because we want this nigga to look happy as shit. Be like, damn, that sucker happy. All right, boom. Let's manipulate that a little bit. Boom. And it's supposed to be a sucker, so let's make a really long rectangle right under that. Just like that. Boom. Let's put that right there. In order to give it that roundness at the bottom, you grab your curvature tool and pull on that middle line just like that. And it's really all a preference thing. You can make that however you want to make it. So we have that. And I'm trying to think of what else could we add to this nigga, man. What else could we add to him? Oh, yeah. Now that I think about it, a circle has that thing around it. So we want that line around it like that. Make some adjustments to the edges a little bit. Just like that. Let me think, what else can I add to him? I think I could damn near just keep him like that. Yeah, I could damn near just keep him like that. I don't think it's that necessary to add too much details to him. I just want him to be simple. So once you have all your lines and you overlap in like how I am, remember, you don't have to overlap like I am. I just like to overlap to keep things clean. So once you have your character put together, what I want you to do is make sure all of your lines are the sizes that you want them to be. Like I said, whenever you're doing cartoon designs, you want to make sure that a lot of your outer lines are bigger than your inner lines. Hold on, I feel like I just heard something. Okay, I'm tripping. Anyways, you want to make sure your outer lines are bigger than the inner lines. So you see now I just did it like that. So I want you to select the entire thing just like that. Once you select the entire thing, go to the top of your screen, click on Object, scroll down and click Group. Go to the top of your screen, click Object, scroll down to Expand, then press OK. Then go to the right side of your toolbar, click on Pathfinder, click on Divide. Now what we're going to do is go through, get rid of all of those lines that we do not need. You can see, boom, 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 boom. We'll put that line under his eyes Let's get that creepy smile. Make sure we get rid of all these lines that we don't need. Okay, let's zoom in. Delete all that. And let's leave his nose like that. We can leave it like that. Matter of fact, I don't like this fucking nose. I don't like that. Yeah, let's keep it like that. All right. Once you got them done like that, what you want to do is, now mind you, we keeping it simple. We're not adding too many colors and stuff like that. So what we want to do is go to the top, click on Object, scroll down to Live Paint, and click on Make. Once you click on Make, go ahead and fill in whatever colors you want to fill in or whatever. Just like that. And that could be it. Boom. Now let's say they wanted you to have a symbol with the words. Now you could put the words around the symbol. Let's say you wanted the words in a circle around the symbol. I can show you how to do that real quick. So what you want to do is turn all your colors off and then right click on your shape tool and then choose the ellipse tool, which is the circle. Make sure no color is in it when you do this. Hold Shift, go right above the middle of the circle and drag it down just like that. Boom. Just like that. Drag it over with your selection tool. Make sure it's right a little bit above. Let me hold Shift and let me make some adjustments because I do want it to not be too close. Now, once you have it like this, make sure you have an empty circle. What I want you to do is right click on your type tool and choose type on a path. Boom. It should look like that. And now I want you to click, once you click on type on a path, I want you to click on the circle. So click on the circle just like that. Boom. Once you click on the circle, you see the lines already, the words already jumped right in there, right on the circle. So let's go ahead and make those smaller. Let's make those smaller. Let's make those about, let's say about 20. About 20. And then let's do the exact same name that we did earlier. So Jay's, let's make that capitalized, Jay apostrophe S Candy. Let's click on our selection tool and let's adjust that to where it hovers right over it, just like that. Let's make sure everything is right on point. I think that's on point. Yep. And that's it. That's your 3 logos. Wait, let's move them out the way from each other. So this is, hold on, wait. Let's make it like that. And then let's make that title. Let's make that title bigger. I'm trying to think of how to organize these right now. Okay. In fact, I'll just make that because this is the main primary, which will be your title. This right here. Excuse me, take that over. This would be your symbol. And this would be your character. So let's say if you were creating any company, whether this would be a candy company or just a regular company, these would be your 3 designs. Now, if you notice, anytime you're dealing with any type of brand, when you go to a designer, not necessarily me, and I don't always want to be pitching like you need to shop with me, like I'm just the infamous designer. There's other design. I always recommend people go to a designer that you are comfortable with. And what I want you to do is when you make a brand or you're getting a brand made, or if you're a designer watching me and you're trying to help somebody create a brand, what I want you to do is create them something called a brand identity package. Brand identity package. See, a brand identity package would have all of these, which would be a title logo, a symbol logo, and a character logo. These 3 essentials is what kind of makes a brand. Sometimes when a person first buys their first logo, they try to get everything all in one. They try to get, a logo that consists of everything. But I always would recommend, if you are getting a brand created, you want to get a brand where you have each of these things. And I'll give you an example. So like, let's say this was to turn into like a real company, right? Let's say just from looking at this, right? This Jay's Candy. Let's say this was to turn into a real company. When you go to this company right now, picture we're going to the company right now. When we're walking up to the company, we're getting out the car, we're walking up to the company. You see this title logo. This should be the first thing that we see on the building. Boom. We should see that on the building as soon as we walk in, right? As soon as we walk in and we see products, this is what we should see. We should see these symbols. Every piece of candy should have these symbol logos on it. So every piece of candy, every cup, damn near everything should have this symbol with the Jay's Candy title in it, right? And then, of course, the character. The character should be on certain things, especially things that are, I want to say this is vertical. Anything that's like vertical. Like, let's say you did have actual lollipops and you wanted to wrap them in boxes that are a certain size. You want to have your horizontal version and your vertical version. You want to have your character version. Let's say you was to get like a portable truck or whatever, especially for like a delivery service, and you wanted your logo on the truck or whatever. You also want to have a character version in order to have that. And your character doesn't necessarily have to be how mine's is all super vertical like this. You could have a character design that's just straight up horizontal. It's all really a preference thing. It's all a preference thing on the way that you get your brand put together. But understand, you have to understand these essentials in order to have your brand nice, clean, and organized. Now, also, we're going to create one more. We're going to create a bonus one. And this is called a icon version. Now, a icon version of your logo you want to use for a lot of things online. So like, let's say your profile picture, let's say your your profile picture for your website. Let's say you need icons and things for your website. You can come up with different icon versions of the logo. So let me think of an icon. What could an icon be? So an icon version, since the company is called Jay's Candy, I'm trying to think of what a good icon could be. Oh, I just thought about it. It could be just a JC. An icon of it could just be a JC. So like, let's say you just wanted a simple icon of the design. Let me move these out the way. Let's make these a little bit smaller and take them up there. Boom. Let's say you want to make an icon version of it. And remember, this icon, these are for like certain things like websites and whatnot. So let's just put a J and a C. Let's put some space in between them. And let's put that same little piece of candy right next to it. Let's get that piece of candy, copy, paste. And let's put that there. Let me try to make that vertical. It could be something like that. I actually like this. That could be an icon that you have on your website. Let's say you just wanted an icon to put like when a person clicks on the website, and once the website first pops up, you want this to be the first thing that they see. Just a little small icon version of the brand, to go on certain things. And some advice that I got from a very high paying designer, he used to always tell me, when a person sees your logo from afar, do they still know what your logo is? So that's some advice for everybody who owns a brand right now. I want you to zoom far away from your logo. That's what he kept saying. Zoom far away from it. So like, let's make this like that, and let's zoom super far. When you zoom super far from your logo, can you still tell what it is? Just from looking at it from far away. You see how small this is right now? Anybody who owns a logo, I want you to try this. Make your logo from far away and then slowly zoom back in and see if you can still tell what your logo is when you make it real small and you zoom far away. That means a lot, because when you own a company, when people are driving past, ask yourself, what companies do you notice when you're driving on the highway and you see their symbols on billboards? I know what a lot of y'all are probably thinking right now. McDonald's. McDonald's symbol is so iconic. Just looking at it will make you hungry. It's only because they have branded and programmed everybody's mind so much that no matter where you're at in life or what you're doing, if you see that yellow M, which is probably debatably the simplest logo ever created, but if you see that yellow M just from far away, that just does something to people's minds. And I want you to think about that when you're putting together a brand for your company. Think about a symbol logo. think about the character logo and think about the title logo. When people are driving past and they see your logo, what's the first thing that comes to their mind? Does it make them interested? Does it make them hungry? Does it make them want to exercise? Does it motivate them? Does it scare them? Do you get some type of emotional reaction once people see your brand and what you're trying to present to people? I want you to stop and think about that for a second. That means a lot when it comes to marketing. That will help you figure out who you're going to be marketing your company to. Like, let's say, for example, this was real. Let's say I wanted to make a Jay's Candy and I wanted to use these logo designs that I just created right here. Let's say that I didn't want to do this. I would probably, if this is just my personal opinion. If I was to do this, I probably would add hella bright colors to it. I probably would, add like, all type of little things to it in order to make it, eye popping for people. And I would make sure I have some signature, something within my store that people think about every single time they see my logo. Like, for example, if you look at my logo, at the J Damage logo, I've created so many designs for people that the moment a person even thinks about graphic design, my name pops up in their head because they've seen me do things so much that it's programmed in their head. You understand where I'm going with this? You want to create something and you want to promote it and push it out there with whatever look that it has so much that is programmed into a person's mind. So every single time they think of whatever that thing is, the first thing that comes to their mind is to shop with you. And understand those three essentials. Don't let me end this video without pushing this in your mind to the people who are probably still watching. Yeah, my people who are watching this video back. Make sure these three things are planted in your mind when next time you go to a graphic designer. When you purchase a logo, make sure you ask for 3 different versions. A title version, which is just the word, a character version, which is a character of the logo, and then a symbol version of the design. Okay? All right. And that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to give y'all some raw examples of how to put this shit together. It's because I've seen people get into this position and not necessarily know how to put these type of designs together. But I think this video would be very helpful to people that plan on getting to the point of actually starting a business and, starting a business and creating some sort of brand that will really impact people. So to all my people who are watching this on YouTube or whichever platform you see me on right now, remember these things that I'm saying to you and make sure you apply these things to the way that you want your brand to look. And I can almost guarantee you're going to sell at some point in time. It's all about the way that you market your company, and it's all about having these certain things with your brand, these certain designs with your brand, because you want your brand to have a certain type of look. And if anything, find a graphic designer that you are comfortable with. I don't care who they are. I don't care how they look. I don't care if it's a black person, a white person. I don't care who it is. Make sure you find somebody that you can afford, number one, because there's too many of y'all shopping with people you can't even afford with, which is very weird to me. But shop with somebody that you can afford, shop with somebody you're comfortable with, and make sure that that person is not a scam. Explain to them that you want a brand identity package. If they don't know what that is, don't worry about it. That don't mean they scamming. Some designers just legit don't know. So if they don't know what it is, make sure you educate them or share them this video and tell them about these different types of logo designs that you need that are essential for your brand. And I guarantee you, these things will work very good for you once you get to the point of doing big things with your brand. So I appreciate everybody for checking this out. Let me make sure I acknowledge you. So I seen a couple people hit like on Facebook. Let me click on Facebook and check. Let me check. That's pretty much it for this video. It is pretty much it for this video. So shout out my cousin Tavares, shout out Brittany Momo, and shout out Latricia Perry for hitting like on Facebook. Let me check YouTube. Shout out to the few people watching on YouTube. I can't see your names, but I do want to shout y'all out and make sure I acknowledge you properly. Shout out to the people of Twitch. Shout out to my son watching me from school right now. I'm getting kind of uncomfortable because how the hell is he watching me from school? But hopefully he's doing his work because my son is on honor roll. So hopefully he ain't fucking up right now. So let's check Trovo. Shout out to everybody on Trovo who is watching. Of course, on Trovo, I can never see y'all names, but it is what it is. Shout out to you. And who else was we on? Oh, yeah, shout out Behance. Yo, shout out to all 7 people watching on Behance. I appreciate those same people always coming in and showing love on Behance. And like I always say to my people on Behance, if you have any questions, all you have to do is just DM me on any of my social media platforms. I'll make sure that I properly, respond to you and within 24 to 48 hours. And I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here, y'all. I will be back on later on today, probably like around like 7. So I will see y'all later on today.